Let me show y'all Mr. Reynolds' place right fast. Hold on there, ABC. Hold on a second. I ain't gonna go in. I'm not gonna step over his fence. His gate. He ain't put his gate up yet. But this is gonna be his entrance. He conduit. You gotta have that for your storm drain. You see it as it goes down, because the water, when it storms, it fits in. And you have to, because he's in the county, so he had to do this probably by regulation wise, but it's good to have it anyway. I'm telling y'all, besides the price of the land, and he got plenty here, his yard way bigger than mine. But I sent him a text that I was gonna come out here, and he said, you can go. I ain't going in, ain't nobody here. And so I'm not going in. But anyway, these are all bought over, left over from a company that he bought out. And them, the junk tankers, they already took the legs and the tandems off of them. I don't know what he gonna do with them. That ain't none of my business. But normally, you know, you have the sliding gate, the electric gate here, or you can make it mechanical. The fencing, and he got galvanized too, and of course the taller it is, the more money. Believe it or not, barbed wire is cheap. Barbed wire is cheap. Hell, the stands cost more than the barbed wire. Barbed wire is cheap. Barbed wire always been cheap. Now non-galvanized, of course, is cheaper than galvanized, but galvanized lasts longer. Material, reclaimed asphalt. The finer, the better. You can, and now there's no cheap way around it, but the finer the better. Look like they didn't recently cut their grass. Now, SNL, Lone Star Storage Trailers. I don't know if I'm assuming these people, yeah, Central Transport. Ooh, I hope he got no, that's right. It wasn't Central. Just went through this mess. I think it was Yellow. I think. Anyway, yeah, we was talking about it. But his place goes all the way down. His place is bigger than mine, but way bigger than mine. And you can see trailers and tankers, tanks. Those two beige deals. Let me see if I can zoom in and point at them. Let me get up here. Come on, thing. I'm trying to get through the link of the fence. Those are ISO containers. They go on ISO trailers, is picked up and put on there. It's called an ISO tank. And you can see he still got some material left over, because it's already fenced all the way in, unless he plan on putting another layer back there. But it's completely enclosed in, level. I mean, you ain't gotta have it, crazy level. Now, you want to get crazy, you can crown your yard. You can crown the yard in the middle. What I mean by crown, like if you're, look, the middle of the yard just a slightly higher, and have each side going down just a couple of degrees. And that's just enough to roll the water off towards the edges of your property. Now, some places, some counties have restrictions where if there's no storm drains in the back, you have to roll it from the high part, leave it flat, or make that end, the end is furthest away from the storm drain, the highest, and just have a slight grade going down so the water will roll down towards it. But yeah, his is crowned in the middle. You can actually see the crown. The crown is just past where that big pile material is. You can actually see the crown. Why can you tell you can see the crown? Because you can't see the ground where the material is sitting in the back. That's what. But anyway, just wanted to show y'all this, show you somebody's yard that I know. I ain't worrying about nobody saying nothing to me. And hell, matter of fact, here's a better side of the crown, because you can look down the fence line. Look down the fence line. See how it goes high and then it drops down on the other side? That means he has a storm drain on the back side. That's what's called a crown. Come on, shrink back down. That's what's called the crown. Now, normally, depends on where you at, or how far, or what other additional service you provide. See, this used to be a garbage truck company next door. That's what that used to be, but now it's somebody that's a different company. They got roll-offs over there. Now, roll-offs is pretty good business, especially if you're in an area that's doing a lot of construction. That's good money. Have dumpsters and roll-offs. If you're in a place that's developing, they putting in industrial, commercial, because they got to have dumpsters, or residential, or they're building anything, because you got to have roll-offs to carry the waste away from the construction site to the landfill, wherever your landfill is. This is in Atkins, Texas. That's where we're at right now. We're in Atkins, Texas. But you know, that's a Swift, Texas Storage, Central, Texas Storage. Yeah. Oh, but Nick, you ain't told us how much. On average, around here, like I say, because I'm quite sure what you're gonna pay in California is gonna be probably gonna be way different than what you have here. You tend to rent each spot for about $100. About the average price is $100 to $150 per slot a month. That's average. And you throw in, like, a lot of time you'll have like a spot that has electrical and water for, like, to put X amount stuff, and the people that want those spots, they pay a little more for water and electrical. You got dumpster fees. If not, you know, but normally you just see dumpster fees in places that ain't doing trailer storage. You normally see dumpster fees in once it's doing mixed truck and trailer, or travel trailers, motor homes, a little bit of everything. The only thing he have over here is trailers, tankers, and ISOs. That's it. I ain't seen a tractor yet over here, because most companies give you a little hit. Most companies have more trailers than they do tractors. As your company grow, you spread your trailers out. You spread them out, and if you got a bobtail to another trailer, that's fine. The trailer is there. Now, that's just, but that's a whole different game, because it depends on the logistics of the freight, and then you got to figure out if it's financially feasible for you to do that. How much the space costs, fuel tear, in and outbound mileage, how much fuel, you know, your cost per mile for your truck and everything. That's a whole different animal. I'm just talking just this right here. But this was good, and picking the right, because the less work you have to do to the ground, the less money you have to spend, whether you got your own equipment or not. Because I got my own track loader. I got my own skid steer. Don't matter. Sometimes, oh man, I got a deal on this land. It was $10,000 cheaper than that other spot, and it's the same size. Yeah, but you gotta put in a conduit? Well, yeah. You gotta put in a cross? Yeah. Can they, you have open caps, or they say you gotta have concrete caps? Well, I gotta have concrete caps. What's your deck thickness? They said I gotta have at least 8 inches. Stone Macum or what? Yeah, a mix. They say I can do a mix, but no more than 60-40. How much of a cut you gotta make? 8%. Wash off to the back? No, gotta have in a concrete. You didn't say no 10,000. You didn't say no money. And I mean, you got any brush? Just a little brush, couple of trees. What do you call a couple? About 20. You ain't say no money. Could have got the other place. You know, paid a little more right up front. You know, been done faster, a lot less work. And here's the, like I say, and if you don't have your own machines, you don't have your own track loaders, you ain't got your own skid steers, you don't have any of that, all that stuff yourself. Hold on a second. If you don't have any of that stuff, you either gotta rent it so you can, if you know how to operate it, or you're gonna have to pay a construction company to do it. Your reasons for leaving, don't ask me what it means. I don't know the answer to that question. If I knew, I would tell you. Just for your information. ABC, the look of love. Yeah, but putting that little crown in, that helps to keep from water standing. Y'all know, if y'all done been across places, you go in the yard and you got ruts and standing pools, puddles and pools of water and whatnot. They didn't crown the yard. You crown the yard, it helped because that water get in there and trucks drive across it and drive across and drive across, and it knocks the material out. It knocks the material out, knocks the material out. Now you're down to dirt, and then you're still running across it and it's knocking material out, knocking material out. Now that hole is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now you're gonna have to address this problem. So now you gotta fill it in with material. If you keep material on hand, like I keep a pile of 3x5, pile of 2x3. I got two truckloads of commercial base and 6 dump loads of asphalt, reclaimed asphalt. Reclaimed asphalt is way cheaper. You don't look. Don't buy fresh road grade asphalt. You don't need it. You spending I almost said the other way. You spending a crap ton of money for nothing. Asphalt is expensive. Rock is expensive. And plus, the further away you are from the quarry, even though the material will cost the same, the further they got to transport the material to your facility costs more money. So, I mean, you got, and if you're looking at a big place, unless you just got a lot of money, or you got guaranteed storage, like people like this place, they didn't guarantee, sign the deal as soon as you get it. They want a 2-year deal for 20 spots or whatever the hell may be. I mean, that's different, because you're gonna get that money. But if you're doing it like some jokers did, like some clowns, they got in it and they had no business getting into it, but they got into it anyway. I'm not gonna point no fingers or give no names, but once you're in, you're in. You gotta make it work. You can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta, I mean, because you can't afford it. And another thing to do, or you can do like somebody that finally wised up, don't even try to rock in the whole yard right off the bat. Don't go over your budget. If your budget on ground materials is $10,000, you go to $10,000 and you stop. But I didn't. And trust me, $10,000 ain't a lot of money. $10,000 on a non-sand based sand mix material, $10,000 you get a spot, you might get 20 trucks on it. Maybe. If you good with the blade. Now, if you in an area, you get in a yard that already got a lot of rock in it, you can spread it a little bit. But remember this, spots to park cars on versus spots to park trucks on, tractor trailer trucks, two totally different things. Because a spot where a car won't even, the car won't even affect it, that tractor trailer, the dude gonna have to fly to China to get his damn truck back when it comes out the other side. You're talking 80,000 pounds versus 4,000, 5,000 pounds, 6,000 pounds for a full-size pickup, 6'7" for a full-size pickup. That's it. Hell, a day cab tractor weigh more than that. A day cab tractor weighs twice that. So, and now then you get into condos and you get into Peterbilts, because Peterbilts and Kenworths is heavy, especially if you get the classics. Big sleep 63-inch sleeper, that joker is heavy. That joker is heavy. If counting nickels, get your fence, get your land. If the people you leasing from, see if they'll work with you. Like, hey, you sign a deal or whatever the heck, and I'll take X amount right now. And then when you get it all smushed out and ready to go, then we'll go ahead and get you rolling. Especially the further out you get, folks are willing to do that. But when you're dealing with companies that, like, you know, you got Erica Williams, she done bought, 60 acres of land, Petty Enterprises, because she Petty LaBelle, and she owned Petty Enterprises. And Richard Petty come by, wait a minute, you can't say that. I'm Petty Enterprises. I'm Richard Petty. No, I can see her now. Wait a minute, Richard. Wait a minute. You're King Petty. I'm Queen Petty. I can hear Erica Williams telling them that. Hold up, Richard, hold up. I love Erica to death. She be having me dying. And she get a company, a management company. See, you can't deal with them because they're gonna say it's this much a month, and your payments start da. There is no negotiating. That's the downside of dealing with, as a person looking to rent, of dealing with a management company. It's good for the people that own the property because they ain't got to fiddle faddle, they ain't got to talk to nobody, they ain't got to do nothing else. But if, like I say, if you starting on a shoestring, you don't want to deal with them because they are rigid. But if you're dealing with the people directly that own the property, and y'all talk it out, still get it in writing, and y'all talk it out and everything, you good to go. But anyway, we can, man, I can do this stuff all day, every day. But this is the stuff I used to do. And then when I still remember back in it, man, you need to talk about, this man, such and such got shot in these holes, my ninja. Now, there's plenty of that out here already. There's plenty of that already out here. I don't need, they don't need no more. Let them cover that. I'll cover the stuff where you follow the white rabbit, feed your head, follow the white rabbit. In this case, well, dark-skinned rabbit wearing safety glasses. I know they gonna block me as soon as they hear Foo Fighters. Fun fact about the Foo Fighters, the name Foo Fighters. Cause this one is a lie. Fun fact about Foo Fighters were pilots during the war that made the claims that they saw the flying unidentified objects and whatnot around them while they're flying, the bombers flying, you know, the fighters flying and whatnot, and they seeing stuff, and they freaked out and everything. They call them Foo Fighters. That's where the nickname for them came from. I don't know if y'all, I don't know if y'all knew that, but there's some free trivia, and I ain't even gonna talk about the original infrared/night vision goggles that they gave the helicopter pilots during the Vietnam War. Man, they were seeing demons and like they was looking into another dimension, man. All of them and then the Army just scrapped them, took them from all the pilots, give them here. And it's something about the macabre with the guy. I think the inventors of it like tapped into something, to a frequency or something that they ain't know nothing about. And boy, that's something else. Y'all ought to get Sly to do that one, because Sly better at doing them. He's better at the mouthpiece than I am on doing stuff like that. But that was crazy. But it's out there. But anyway, you get a spot, $100, $150. Like I say, the better the place is, you got hard packed, another secured fence, lighting, all this other stuff. You can charge $150 a month easy per spot. Some folks want a discount. If you're gonna have it, man, you got to make it solid for everybody. Say, look, discount applies at the 10 unit plus 10 units. All right, it's $150 a month per unit, right? Yeah. You give 10 units. Yeah, I knock off $5 a month. And people, oh man, ain't no, man, $50 a month. That's a lot of money, especially with somebody that's gonna be there a long time. Because that's $50 they get to keep on their balance sheet and not your sheet. So, but you have more. Now, depending on the area, you'll have more individual guys with 1, 2, 3 trucks than anything. But then I know certain spots. I know a guy personally down in Dilley, Texas, that he built the yard. It was old feed. They was growing something. It wasn't corn or wheat, but I think it's a hay field or something. No, it was something that required. It may have been melon or something, because you got sand and rock and whatnot mixed in there. Anyway, he turned it into a field, and a big energy company came to him, and they hit him up right off the bat. This was when the Eagle Ford was just, it was really cranking up. And all the energy companies came in, and as big as this place was, 3 energy companies took the whole thing. Now the small guys feel kind of cheated, hey, what about us? It ain't none of my business though. And the only reason I met this guy, because we was having to go down there and tow trucks that were for the company that was broke down. They going to the Mac dealer up in San Antonio. Even though we weren't a contractor for Mac, we met this company by accident. I can't remember if it was a jackknife or a rollover or something like that. And we done the wreck and the insurance, and they had us tow it. They paid for it at the yard. They towed a trailer to their place and take the tractor to the dealership up in San Antonio, blah blah blah. You know how it go. And done that, and they just started calling us. The company did. Yeah, y'all the one. Yeah, we're the ones to tell. Oh yeah, this, that, and other. Hey man, how much you charge us? We got 2 tractors down here that need to go to the dealership up here. Oh, well, this much. Good, come get them. And they're gone since the Eagle Ford, since Side Road Joe. He kept one thing that he kept his word on is he said he was going to put Obama's drilling moratorium back in, and sure as shit, he done it the first damn week. And saying, we got to do something about energy prices. Hey, idiot, Stop plugging our own freaking oil. You know, I mean, make this make sense, y'all, because I can't make it make sense. I done gave up, actually. But anyway, that's the way you do that. If you're gonna make a small lot, be careful. You know, if you got an option to expand later on, you know, further down the line, you know, you better get everything in writing. Get it all in writing, because you've been and bought a spot, you've been in got, I don't know, 2 acres, and then, you know, and you done blew the hell up, and then in a year, you know, the demand, you need more land, you know, and so you go back to them and they say, oh man, no, we ain't got no money, this, that, and other, and that was the last 2. Then you stuck. Don't get stuck in a spot where you can't expand. Now, and then that's if you're on the small end. Now, if you're on the big end, like say you starting out like Petty LaBelle with 60 acres, you ain't got to worry about expansion, you know. But everybody ain't Petty LaBelle. So, God, no, I ain't no damn Petty LaBelle. I can't even fathom 60 acres. I know how to say it, but that's about where it stops. But anyway, there's money. There's a chance. Location. You see that place? It's on a bypass road for Highway 87, right there. I bet you I can whack a baseball from where I was standing, and it'll go over that little grass field. I used to swing a pretty mean bat, and it'll land in the highway. Good bypass. But you're not on the main drag, so you're not paying main drag prices. You know, the odds of you getting a good deal on some land on the main drag is slim to none. I mean, even when you in the middle of nowhere, hell, you out here, but where I'm at, population U, and anything that's on Highway 72, you looking at stuff that's facing 72, shit. You can't get that crap left. You can't get that junk lots left in damn $17,000 an acre, $18,000, $19,000 an acre, and you in the middle of freaking nowhere. Get off the main drag. You can get 2 acres for $20,000 an acre. For 20,000. I mean 20,000 total. I misspoke there. But anyway, y'all. Just wanted to show y'all that. Now, like I said, I already talked to Reynolds and told him out here, oh, you can go in there. I ain't going in there. I can do my illustration from the road. Matter of fact, let me see if I hopefully I remember. I get a Google map of it and put the picture on there so y'all can. But it all depends, because you know sometimes Google Map is up to date, and sometimes that SHIT is forever and a day old, and if it's old and not up to date, don't make no damn sense, because you won't see the fence and you won't see the finished product and all that other stuff. So that's gonna depend. Anyway, I done ran my mouth enough. I hope this makes sense to somebody that might need it and have an idea. Y'all be good and be safe. Bye.
Love